Our guest tonight is Ring of Honor star ACH. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good. How are you, man? Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. No problem. Listen, Ring of Honor returns to Las Vegas on Sunday, March 1st for the 13th anniversary pay-per-view at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. You're scheduled to square off against AJ Styles. How does it feel to have the company lean so heavily on you by putting you against a top star at one of the most important pay-per-views of the year?
It means a lot. It shows that they trust my ability to be able to go in the ring with someone of the caliber of AJ Styles and be able to go toe to toe and do what we both do best. And I mean, this match is something that I've been looking forward to for like 10 years, man, in my whole career. So I'm prepared. I'm more than ready.
Mike Hewitt?
Your profile in ROH has clearly been growing a lot over the past several months. You just recently had a great match against Alberto El Patron. You main evented Glory by Honor against Jay Briscoe in November. What were you able to take away from those main event caliber singles matches that you believe you're going to be able to apply to your main event caliber match against AJ Styles on Sunday?
The intensity. Ever since I came in the Ring of Honor, it's been a totally different level. Coming from where I was coming from. And I mean, each match that I've been in has been grueling and more intense than the other. And after my match with Alberto Patron, I was like, I need to know how intense it is to get in the ring with someone like AJ Styles, because no one wrestler, no one's the same. Everyone's different. And every time I've seen AJ perform, it's always breathtaking, and he's phenomenal. And no pun intended. He's truly phenomenal. And I pattern a lot of my techniques and a lot of my wrestling ideas from him. So I'm looking to see if he can push me, which I know he can. So I know I'm going to get pushed. So there's no thinking. I want to get pushed. And I'm going to take everything that I learned from wrestling Steve, Roderick Strong, the tag team matches that me and Kadarius Thomas had. I'm going to take all of that intensity, all of that passion that I had, and I'm going to put it all into this match. I do every other match.
BG?
Your match against AJ Styles may be the most anticipated match on Sunday's card because you're two of the most athletic wrestlers in the world. What are your expectations for this match?
My expectations are we're gonna do what we do best, man. I think we're gonna tell the house. I don't ever like to go into matches saying, it's gonna be, match of the night and typical, we're gonna do this. I just like to go in and just let people know that I'm gonna be me. AJ is going to be AJ, and I'm going to be ACH. This match is really all about respect. I'm not going to shake his hand before the match. I'm not going to follow the rules of the Code of Honor because I want to earn his respect. I demand it because I respect myself, not in the sense of like controlling, but more in the sense of like, I respect myself, so I demand others to respect me like I respect myself. And you got to treat others, how you like to be treated, and that's what this is all about. This is all about respect.
All right, switching gears a little bit, one of the most memorable moments from 2014 edition of PWG's Battle of Los Angeles was your match with Kenny Omega. The match itself was great, but mid-match we got a transformation into Stone Cold ACH, which was incredible, okay? I loved it. The moment showed your versatility and in-ring awareness. How has the reaction been to that moment, and how much pride do you take in the psychology you use in the ring?
Man, that's hands down to this day. It's definitely one of my favorite in-ring moments ever. People to this day still come up to me about it, just like, man, you're Stone Cold ACH, like it was the best thing. Thank you. That changed my career a lot. It really did. And I think ring psychology is something that's very important in the industry today because, if it don't make sense, the people don't believe it. It's that simple. So I think, I try to, apply a lot of psychology into my matches. Some guys say I don't, but I like to believe that I do. And it's all about you as a performer because, someone else may think that didn't make sense, but it may make sense to you, and someone out there in the crowd may think it makes sense like you thought it makes sense, There's so many opinions in today's world,
I have to believe that obviously facing AJ Styles at that 13th anniversary show is going to be a huge benchmark in your career, considering the fact that he's considered by many to be one of the best pure wrestlers in the world. And I think a lot of guys would say that facing AJ is probably one of their dream matches. But for you, what would you say your true dream match is in terms of taking on somebody that you've never locked up with before?
Oh, man. You know, it really is AJ. But I was actually thinking about that at the gym today, you know, because we always get asked this question a lot. And sometimes I usually just go off with the first wrestler in my mind, but I actually thought about it. It would be Ric Flair.
Why?
His matches with Sting, his matches with Ricky Steamboat. I mean, some say he made Sting, you know, in their first match, you know, their first matchup at the Clash. I believe it's Clash Champions, I believe. But, you know, I mean, Ric Flair is like one of the best wrestlers of all time, if not the best. He's the greatest, if you ask me. But, I mean, he has a way of making stars, or not necessarily making, but helping guys really come to the forefront of the industry. I mean, look at the guys that he's helped. Look at the guys that he's had a hand on. And a lot of these guys are previous champions, or they've been top guys in the company. Like, definitely Ric Flair, man. I would really, and he has, he's a phenomenal performer. God, I got to stop using the word phenomenal, but he's a great performer.
BG?
Yeah, you spoke earlier about the Stone Cold moment and how many fans loved how spot on that impersonation was. How much time do you spend studying other wrestlers, you know, to better yourself?
I spend at least maybe 3 hours a day. I'm not going to tell you like, oh man, I am burning the midnight oil. I mean, I stay up late watching wrestling for the most part, but I do spend at least 3 to 4 hours watching just wrestling. And I don't just watch wrestling. You know, I use the world as my tool, as my learning tool, as a classroom, because you can learn how to be a better wrestler, you know, outside of just the wrestling DVDs and all of that stuff. You know, you can watch TV shows, cartoons. You can interact with people in your day-to-day life. Like, there's just so much room to help you improve as a wrestler outside of wrestling. So I use everything around me. I use all my surroundings.
You have a unique mixture of athleticism and the ability to tell a convincing story in the ring, traits that a company like WWE desperately needs. What is your ultimate goal in the wrestling business, and would you be interested in following other Ring of Honor stars to eventually NXT in the WWE?
Something like that. I would really love to go to New Japan, just Japan in general, really. And of course, I mean, that's where everybody wants to go. You know, everybody wants to go to NXT, WWE. That's the end game. Everybody wants to play for the Yankees at some point, or would like to. And I mean, right now at this point in my career, I mean, I'm more focused on Ring of Honor because I'm here. I never like to think about the next meal. I like to think about the meal that's in front of me. So, you know, I'm just focused on the task at hand, and the task at hand is Ring of Honor. So, you know, eventually when, you know, WWE comes swinging around one day, you know, it could be tomorrow, it could be 2 days from now, it could be next week, it could be in 4 or 5 years, who knows? But when it's, you know, when that opportunity presents itself, you know, I will attack it. But right now, I'm just Ring of Honor through and through.
For the record, I don't want to be the Yankees. I just need that on the record. I do not want to be the Yankees.
I do.
I do not want to be the Yankees. I will not be the Yankees. Mike Chiari?
It's just because you're a Phillies fan.
I'm from Philadelphia. Yes,
it's
I
rough.
support my homegrown town. I apologize for nothing here.
Talent. Okay. The hottest free agent in wrestling right now, obviously, is Samoa Joe. And there was a big announcement yesterday that he signed to work some dates with Ring of Honor. And as a full-time roster member with ROH, what are your thoughts on the Joe situation? How do you feel about him coming back to ROH?
I think it's great. It's always good to have different, you know, veterans in the locker room to help the younger guys out, like myself and Cedric and so on and so on. So I think it's a good opportunity to be able to have a brain to pick. I think it's great.
ACH, the 13th anniversary show is a major milestone for Ring of Honor. Is there a moment or match throughout the company's history that you view as being the most influential for the company's success?
Man, I never get someone to introduce me to the Jimmy Jacobs Briscoes promo. I want to say it was in Chicago, and Jimmy cut a promo, and he was in all white, and I believe it was the beginning of the Age of the Fall, and I believe it was Mark Briscoe who they hung upside down, and he was like suspended in the air, bleeding, and Jimmy had a white suit on, and Jimmy cut the promo under him while he was dripping blood, while his blood was dripping on Jimmy. Like, to me, that's captivating. Like, that like, blew my mind, because I've never seen anything like that. To me, I think that has to be at least a top 3 Ring of Honor moment. That is great stuff to me. Like, that's why I love being a wrestling fan.
A huge thanks to our guest, ACH. Catch him squaring off against AJ Styles on Sunday, March 1st at the 13th anniversary pay-per-view in Las Vegas. Tell the fans where they can support you, man.
Dude, you can follow me on Twitter at GoGoACH. You can also stalk me on Instagram at GoACHGo. There's a lot of goes here. You can also find my Facebook page, AC Leroy. You'll see I rarely update, but if you send me a message, I love to respond to all the fan emails as much as I can. And yeah, that's really it, man.
Awesome, man. Huge thanks, and listen, good luck against AJ Styles at the anniversary show, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me.